The official broadcast of Montenegro has just released all 15 songs of the national selection for the Eurovision Song Contest in Vienna next year, Montesong 2025. The show will be aired live on the 21st of December, available on YouTube as well, and today I will go through all the songs, say what I think about them, say what chances they would have at Eurovision, who's my favorite, who's my least favorite. If you feel like it, leave your thoughts and rankings down below in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell. Welcome to another video on my channel. But first, I want to talk about the history of Crna Gora in the song contest. In 1961 up until 1992, Montenegro, as part of Yugoslavia, participated in the Eurovision Song Contest, during which time there have been some epic, memorable entries such as Julie, sung by a Belgian Montenegrin singer Daniel. Actually, his real name is Milan, but he apparently likes to go by the name Daniel. I don't know. And they actually won the whole thing in 1989. Then, as you probably know, fall of communism, Yugoslavia broke up, civil war, everyone hating each other now, radio silence from Serbia and Montenegro for 12 years until they participated once again in 2004 as a whole country, coming incredibly close to winning if it weren't for the wild dancer Ruslana herself, then participating in 2005 again with a band called No Name, who were actually set to participate in 2006, but due to some weird Balkan stuff happening there that I am too Western to understand, they ended up withdrawing, but not really, because they still could vote. Voting manipulation at its finest, man. The EBU mafia is real. After splitting up yet again, the results in 2007 were polarizing for the contest. While Montenegro failed to qualify with an actually pretty decent song, Serbia in their debut year won the entire thing. After that, it became really clear which country would be more successful, as Montenegro in a total of 13 attempts only qualified twice, recently finishing dead last in the semi-final for the first time, surprisingly. But that could change. When I first listened to all the songs, me and other Euro fans were actually pleasantly surprised at this year's quality, because it had a clear step up from last year. Last year, even the best songs had, in my opinion, a narrow chance for qualification at best. In the end, Nina Žižić won with the song Dobrodošli. Yeah, the results speak for itself. Maybe it is delusion, maybe it is something that is said all the time. Oh, this year is so peak, so much more peak than others. But it may actually be the case this year. So join me as we explore this year's Montenegrin songs. Let's start with my last year's favorite, Barjak, with the song Minerva. Minerva, apparently, is the goddess of poetry, medicine, commerce, weaving, the crafts, and wisdom in Roman culture. While the song mentions Minerva relatively subtly, the song more or less speaks about holding together. The genre, like their previous song, is pretty classical metal, and while the last song was pretty good, this is rather decent. It kinda lacks the intensity and diversity of last year's song, and the song doesn't really go anywhere after the chorus, which is a shame because I really thought they would have had an actual existent chance of qualifying last year. This one is less likely in my opinion. I appreciate the song being sung in Montenegrin, which is actually predominantly the case here, thank God, but yeah, this is not my favorite this year. Let's move on to Stefan Vukotic with Nedeko Dirana. Nedeko Dirana, or however you pronounce it, means undecoded. A pretty standard love song, maybe some faintly political lyrics. I don't know much about the current state of Montenegro. Pretty bland song, not much substance, and the chorus is kinda annoying. Well, definitely not the worst one in this selection. Yeah, I don't think this will qualify. I'm sorry, Stefan, you seem like a pretty nice dude, but yeah. While that was a bit disappointing, let's move to something far weirder, and it's Dolce Hera with Casanova 91, the only song here which is sung entirely in Italian, but not the only song containing Italian lyrics. Dolce Era, as some of you may know, competed last year with the world hit Repeat, best song of all time, according to your fans. They would bet their lives on it. While the last song was straight up taking the piss, this one's confusing. Dolce Era lives in Italy, feeling confident singing in Italian while absolutely not having a strong accent whatsoever. Look, I don't speak Italian, but I've watched enough Sanremo and Serie A to come to the conclusion that this is not that good of Italian. This is probably what Spanish speakers felt like when Giancarlo Esposito straight up spoke nonsense in Breaking Bad. As for the song, the music is kinda groovy, fitting the title, a stereotypical spoken word outro you'd see in all the Italian ballads. Your friend might think this is peak. Regular voters won't. Juries won't. This would not qualify. Andrea Demirovic actually participated in Eurovision before, in 2009, with the song Get Out of My Life, a song which has been burnt into my memory for forever now, since I first watched Eurovision 2009 when I was younger. She has, though, decided to drop absolute mid and averageness and blandness and nothingness with the song I Believe. In 17 years, her team came up with In My New Dress, I Am Fearless, With the Lights Down, Take a Breath Now, In the Spotlight, in the crowd's eyes, This Is My Dream, and I Believe. Groundbreaking. But in all seriousness, this sounds a bit like Junior Eurovision. I'm sorry, that was mean. This just ain't that good. This would most likely not qualify in my eyes. This is her dream, but I don't believe. For now. Majda Božović, Ipak smo ljudi. An emotional Balkan ballad, something we've never seen before. How revolutionary. This song is okay. It is something that I've heard before in Croatia, Serbia, Albania. Typical love ballad, nothing really special. Good at best. Qualifying is not an option here though, realistically. From mid to midder, we have Tina Jankic, participating last year as well with Shadows. I swear, Eurovision needs a language rule. Nonsensical, lovely English lyrics with pretty decent Montenegrin bars as well. She is giving peak Balkan aunt vibes. While I don't hate it, I have about as much to say about this as the last song. That is, it won't qualify, and honestly, respect for trying, maybe better luck next time. Next up, we have Bibi no Lara Baltic with Ritamboy. This song is pretty okay, better than the last three ones. It is kind of fun. Something that did put me off was a vocal chop sample at the beginning, which I think is the same used in Boom by Bibi No Money. And while I don't expect her or the production team behind to know who that is, I would personally avoid that. Because now every time I hear that song, I am scared she will feature on Young Gravy. Ritamboy, Lover Boy, Playboy, whatever she may call us. Again, it is a very fun track, but maybe it'll qualify, but I don't think it would deliver the best result for Montenegro in that case. Luka Radovic is one of the returning participants from last year, where he performed Kada Dođe Maj. This song was pretty cool and fun. The live vocals unfortunately weren't. Hopefully he bettered himself, because this song slaps. Starting off with a 3-4 or 7-4 rhythm thing, I don't really know, then going full on nuts in the last 30 seconds with a traditional 4-4. Very rock oriented with some enchanting lyrics really. Song passes the vibe check. Really cool song as well, even cooler than his last one. Definitely the best out of all we've already talked about. Mila Nikic, Kaovarnica. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot how this sounds. Wait a minute. Okay, this song is actually pretty catchy, very funky, groovy, but that's basically it. Lyrics is kinda generic. It is fun, of course, pretty okay, I don't hate it. It's just not really memorable. Next. Kristina Oli Oli. Here we go, something very good now. This song is fucking underrated on the poll. This song is very good. You kind of feel the sea ambience, some Turkish words too. I don't know what the significance of that is, but Oli Oli, I guess. There isn't much more to say about this song than very good, best one so far, but not the best one in this whole lineup. That's all I'm telling you. Watch until the end to see who my personal favorite is and why. Some of you might already assume who it is, but I'm not saying anything anymore. Let's go on with Lana and her song Doline. Probably the most interesting one in terms of how the song and lyrics are. The lyrics almost seem like the same, almost ancient, old style based on very old manuscripts like Goethes Ulveham in Norway 2024, which was heavily based on an 1,000-year-old ballad. So I'm wondering if anyone is an expert in like Yugoslav, Balkan, Montenegrin history and may know something. Leave it in the comments, because these lyrics are very interesting. Music-wise and Eurovision quality-wise, it is not that qualified, I guess. I mean, we saw what happened with Norway in 2024. They got last, narrowly qualified, but the thing is, as this is Montenegro and no one seems to pat an eye on the minnows nowadays, this sadly won't qualify, although it has very good quality. Next up we have Georgia with her song Dominoes. So hear me out. I know this is a very popular one among Eurofans, but I don't think so. This sounds like this is like a party. No, even less quality and personality than like a party. This came straight out of Scandinavian songwriting camp hell. It's absolutely Melodifestivalen. It's absolutely Dansk and Norsk Melody Grand Prix. This is absolute nonsense. Personality devoid, low quality, occasionally good sounding, bland, not cool, terribly generic music, kinda called they want their songwriters back. This is not good. It might sound good to the ears at first, but no. No. I'm sorry, Georgia, but no. Lana and George Temperatura. I have mixed feelings about this. On one side, this sounds pretty cool. Balkan pop song I like. On the other hand, the production is kinda messy, almost like with Ligo by the Ludwig and last year's Latvian selection, which I also didn't particularly like. Also, George's part is almost non-existent and doesn't sound that good. I wouldn't mind this winning per se, and I definitely don't think it's bad. It's actually pretty good. This would need a drastic revamp to perform better at Eurovision. For Christ's sake, give Georgia more lines on the song and fix the mixing, please. Teno Muric, Ako Čuješ glas. This song transcends Balkan ballad and goes full on opera, which obviously, excluding 2024, is not really a winning formula for Eurovision, especially Italian. This is like the second song in here that has the Italian language in it. I mean, the two countries aren't really that far away, I think, only separated by the Adriatic Sea, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. It is a pretty okay song. I actually quite enjoyed it a bit, but not much else for this one either. If Italian is the new winning material as we saw with Estonia finishing second last year, then maybe, I guess. Now we'll go on to my personal favorite song that in my eyes has the actual potential to beat Montenegro's current highest position in Eurovision. That award goes to the returnee from last year's national final, Tamara Živković, and her song Nova Zora. Honestly, solid banger with a pretty cool message, empowerment, and while we have heard it before, it still is a very prevalent topic in contrast to things like love ballads and so on. I like this sort of rave style mixed with traditional instruments. The lyrics is in majority Montenegrin, so that's cool as well. The only issue I have with this is that the drop still sounds kinda awkward and pretty rushed. So with a good revamp, better production, I think this has the very potential that Montenegro need to achieve their best placing yet, beating Kineza's 2015 result of 13th. Still, we have to accept that Montenegro is a very small country in contrast to their Balkan neighbors, and less population mostly equals less singers, which equals less potential for a win in Eurovision. Last year there were only 32 submissions to the Montenegrin broadcaster. 32! The national final had 16 participants. That's half of the songs that were actually sent. So, I don't believe the song will win Eurovision, and I also don't think that Montenegro will win Eurovision anytime soon, considering the overall quality, well, it has improved from last year, is still not winner quality, but personal record material is definitely there. So, good luck Montenegro and Tamara Živković if she wins Montesong on their Eurovision journeys, and don't lose the momentum, please. And don't withdraw. Maybe. That is it for today's video. Here, right now, you see my overall top 15 of all the songs and the rating. Keep in mind, this is my own opinion. If you agree or don't agree, you can still let me know in the comments what you think of it. Thank you for watching. I hope to make videos about Albania's, Latvia's and Estonia's national finals in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. Like I said in my previous video, exams and all that have hindered me on making more content, but I think I'm slowly getting into it now. If you liked or disliked this video, you can definitely give a rating. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to let me know in the comments, and if you subscribe and ring the bell, I would be infinitely thankful. I would really appreciate that. See you next time. Until then, enjoy your day or enjoy your week. Bye.